So welcome everyone to UMTMC's 421st meeting. A bit of house rules. Make sure to keep all your phones on silence throughout all the meeting. If you would like to use the restroom, it'll be the first floor there. Both the men and the women are there. And then, yeah, that's all. Yeah, so the meeting will be recorded for archive purposes. If you have any problem with that, you can come to me and we can rearrange that. So that'll be all, Madam President. Off to you.
Thank you so much, ASAA. So, ladies and gentlemen, fellow Toastmasters, guests, I'd like to welcome you to UMTMC's 421st meeting. And before we begin, I would like to give a special thanks to our immediate past president and area W1 director, Toastmaster Zhi Jun, who's with us, and as well as Mr. Hesmondjeet. He's coming. All right. We have a guest who will also be a speaker later on. He will actually be giving his speech and his training for the upcoming contest. So he'll be joining us as well. Warm welcomes to everyone. And before we begin, I would like to ask, what's today's theme? Exactly, a little tomfoolery. Now, we are in university level adults, surely tomfoolery is all behind us, right? Not true. Once in a while, we like to be childish. I meet people who are childish all the time in the uni. And we like to indulge in a bit of tomfoolery. It makes life more fun, more bright. As long as you know when to stop your tomfoolery. Okay. Now, just short and simple. With that, I will officially commence this meeting to start. And we'll pass the stage to Toastmaster of the evening, Toastmaster Linisha. Thank you, everyone. And
good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the 421st meeting of UMTMC's meeting. What's our theme of the day?
Tomfoolery.
Anyone what's the word of the day?
greetings.
Good. Now, before I start, may I have hands in the crowd? Guests who haven't finished their level 1. Can I have guests? Raise your hands. No guests? Yes, no guests. 1, 2. That is a big lie. Okay, those who have not finished their level 1 in Toastmasters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. I would like these people to get up. Yes. Good job, good job, good job. Yes. Now bow. Okay. Tomfoolery mah. Okay. So, in Toastmasters, as usual, we're gonna give a brief history from our roots, where we come from. So, let's dial it back to 102 years ago. This club was founded by a great person. Anyone knows his name?
No.
Okay.
What's his name?
Dr. Ralph C. Smedley. Anyone knows what the C are? Chestnut? Chalice? Champions?
Caesar.
Caesar? No. Chestnut. Chestnut. So, it was founded on October 22nd in 1924 at YMCA in Santa Ana, California, United States. Now, why would this young, fine gentleman establish this club, do you think? Well, it comes to the 4 pillars. 1, to allow people like us to learn how to communicate efficiently. Number two, to allow us who don't know how to conduct meetings, learn them. Plan programs. Also, to also work on committees. And due to this single man, we have managed to spread this one club's notion worldwide. Over 270,000 members, 14,000 clubs in 150 countries. That's an achievement, right? Thank you. And it allows us people not only gain confidence in communication, leadership, but in event planning as well. Okay? Now, that was a bit of general insight on Toastmasters in general. How about UMTMC? You're here today in our club, ma. So, UMTMC was first founded by our founder, distinguished Toastmaster Vincent Hall. He was part of the MAICSA club and was promoting the ICSA professional course to universities and colleges. Through that, Vincent Hall was asked to help to promote the Toastmasters to UM as well. And due to that, after 4 years spent in university officials, he managed to actually found the club at 18th of April of 2007. Not that far from now, right? At Dewan Persidangan Faculty of Linguistics, Language and Linguistics in the year of 2007. But first it was called as TICO, Toastmasters International Club of University Malaya. Quite long, don't you think? And very off-brand. So after a year of debate, I think, they changed it to University Malaya Toastmaster Club, which has a better ring to it, don't you think? Right? Okay. So let me talk a bit on the flow of meeting. So we use the PI technique, which is P, project speeches, I, what is it called? Impromptu speeches, and also E, evaluations. But then for us, we don't call it impromptu speeches, we call it table topics. Pick a topic and you speak for 1 minute, 1 to 2 minutes. Now, I would like for the tag team, which is the tag team here will be our 3 main role players today who will be helping the evaluators, be helping us in our speech. So may I ask the role players of the day, the tag team timer, to read out your role.
Greetings, Toastmaster Linisha. Hello, Toastmasters and guests. As timer, I will time the table topics speakers, formal speeches, and the evaluations. I will also alert each speaker of the time they have left using the green, yellow, and red parts which denote specific times remaining. For table topic speakers, they should limit their remarks to no more than 2 minutes. At 1 minute, I will light the green light. At 1 minute and 30 seconds, I will light the yellow light. And at 2 minutes, I will light the red light. Those giving speeches should limit their remarks to their specific speech times. Icebreaker speeches should be from 4 to 6 minutes in length. At 4 minutes, I will light the green light. At 5 minutes, I will light the yellow light. And at 6 minutes, I will light the red light. Most other speeches should be around 5 to 7 minutes in length. At 5 minutes, I will light the green light. At 6 minutes, I will light the yellow light. And at 7 minutes, I will light the red light. The individual evaluations should be from 2 to 3 minutes. At 2 minutes, again, I will light the green light. At 2 minutes and 30 seconds, I will light the yellow light. And at 3 minutes, finally, I will light the red light. So that's all. Thank you.
Thank you, timer. Next on the role players of the day, counter. Hi, greetings to fellow Toastmaster. My name is Xin Jie and I'm art counselor for today. The purpose of the art counselor is to note words and sounds that are used as a concealer by anyone who speaks. During the meeting, I will listen to our only used word, including and, well, but, so, and you know. I will also listen for plural words, including and I also notice when a speaker repeats the word or phrase. For example, this means, at the end of the day, I will report the number of times that each speaker used this expression. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Doctor. Lastly, may I have the grammarian, please?
Greetings, everyone. And Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and beloved guests. As the grammarian, my name is Xin Jie, and it is my responsibility to pay close attention to all speakers, listening carefully to their language usage. I'll take note of any improper language, as well as any outstanding words, quotes, sayings, or thoughts. As the grammarian, it is also my duty to introduce the word of the day. For today's meeting, the word is tricky, which means a difficult task that requires care and skill, deceitful or crafty. An example of using the word is, the tricky spy managed to get out of the situation with ease. Each speaker is encouraged to use the word of the day. I'll give the grammarian's report when called upon during the meeting and also report on the usage of the word of the day. Thank you. Back to you,
Thank you, grammarian. Those are our role players of the day. So, I think we can move on with our speeches, don't you think?
Yes.
Okay, good. Prepared speech number 1. The first speaker of the day will be your Sheng, level 1 of ice breaking. Speech of the first speech in Toastmasters. May I first get Sheng's evaluator to read out the purpose of statement?
Purpose statement of this icebreaker speech is for member Shenda to introduce himself to the club and learn the basic structure of a public speech. The speech length is 4 to 6 minutes. Good luck, Shenda.
Alright, are you ready? Okay, good. Yoshenda University, Yoshenda. Back to you.
Hello, fellow Toastmaster and guests. Good evening. Hello. I was scrolling through my social media recently and I find one of those free interview reels quite interesting. I would like to share with you all. I believe you all nowadays like to watch short reels rather than long video, am I right? No. No? Okay. Yes. But most of us, yeah. In this reel that I watched, the interviewer asked the student, if you were offered 1 million ringgit cash or a guaranteed spot in Tsinghua or Harvard University, which would you choose? Okay, maybe I ask you all, which would you choose? Who choose 1 million ringgit? Or who choose 1 million ringgit? Okay, good. Okay. Who choose the guaranteed spot in Tsinghua, Harvard University? Either one. Okay, good. No matter what is your choice, it leads me to think about why I'm standing here in front of you. Let's talk about leadership. During my year 1 group assignment, I have a confession. I am a classic overachiever. On day 1, I made all the Google Docs created, the timeline made up, and the deadlines set. But then I met my group mates. One was a chill guy. When he saw my timeline wrap up, he said, relax bro, you still have 2 weeks more. And another, I would say, he was the ghost. He was super quiet, not volunteer for anything, but just existed. So, if you were me, what would you think about me? Of course, I feel frustrated. I feel nervous. And I went back to my room after that discussion. Accidentally, I saw my student ID card. I looked at the word university. I've seen this word for 1,000 times, but for the first time, I read it. I actually read it. I find out something new. Actually, university came from the word universe. Universe came from, or we can say it has the same root of universe. Universe came from two words, unity and versity. Uni as in union, unity, versity as in has the same root of diversity. So this is exact what university is. Unity in diversity. And I realized that we are meant to unite in diverse personalities. After some discussion with my groupmates, of course, we get good grades in my assignment. But I realized that actually an anxious overachiever needs a calm perspective for you guys. True leadership isn't just forcing everyone to be like you, but harmonizing every voice to complete the picture. That realization is the exact reason I joined Toastmasters. The goal here is not just, for me, it's not just to become a public speaker, though I certainly want to overcome the nerves of standing up here. The goal here is to become a better leader or communicator. I want to learn to listen to, and more importantly, listen to the people who are completely different with me. So to conclude my speech, true leadership isn't about being a boss, but it's a tricky art to bring a glue that holds diverse personalities together. That's all from me. To you.
Since it's his icebreaker speech, everyone, he did a great job, didn't he? And for that, I think he deserves a standing ovation. May I get everyone to get up, please? All right, thank you guys. You may have a seat. You may go back to your seat. Thank you. Indeed, university is life with such diverse personalities. To be able to be the glue to stick everyone together in one shot is great. Congrats to you, Shanda. Now next, I would like to invite our second speaker of the evening, which would be Hesmondjeet from TMIKL TMC. All right. Your speech of the evening will be Connect with Storytelling. May I have Hesmondjeet's evaluator?
Yes. Assessment. So his project that he is attending today is writing a speech with purpose. There is another one. And the purpose of this speech is to learn or review basic methods for writing a speech with a defined purpose and to present a well-organized speech on any topic. Thanks to you.
All right. Hesmondjeet the jacket Hesmondjeet. Good luck.
Thank you, TME. Fellow Toastmasters and guests. Have you ever looked in a mirror and felt insecure? Well, I have. In fact, I remember back in a Christmas party, jacket on, or sitting in a corner with food in my hand. And across the room was this beautiful lady. And I couldn't help but stare. But what I didn't count on was she would look back at me and smile. That was when I did what any man would have done. What food that nice, huh? I found out the next day that she was actually sending me signals all night long. But I didn't realize it because I was so insecure. But not to worry, because my best friend got to know about it. She told him everything. And he told her it's okay. He's gay. I know. Some of you sitting down looking at me, you might think, thick hair, great height, good looking face. What does he have to be insecure about? Now, for those of you thinking that, the truth is, I don't really see myself the same way. You see, jawline, missing in action, moles everywhere. And the worst one, that was where I found my biggest insecurity. In a kids' workshop. We were running, we were jumping, we were laughing. Everyone was having fun. And in the middle of that, someone shouted, "Teacher, why your armpit red one?" Oh, my face turned red. I was so embarrassed. And you know what happens when people are embarrassed? They sweat more. So, all eyes on me. Kids giggling, some pointing, and one of them started fanning. And all I could do was smile. But on the inside, I was dying. So ever since that incident, I wore a jacket everywhere. This became my shield. Once it's on, my insecurities were gone. So at that Christmas party, jacket on, eyes down, safe. And this continued for years until one sunny day at a Toastmasters meeting. Now, when a Malaysian tells you it's a sunny day, I mean you are melting. Like even your deodorant gives up. Okay? So I sat down, drenched, sweat everywhere. My arms, my back, my neck. But the jacket stayed on. Because taking it off meant others would see. And that felt worse. Then a speaker came on stage. And he started sharing something personal. He shared about how he was bullied in school every day. And he had to lie about it, even to his parents. It was only when his father went to school, went in the toilet, that he saw with his own eyes his son being bullied in front of him. At first, nobody moved. But then the room just erupted with cheers, with applause. And I, sitting there, with sweat flowing down my back, thinking, this guy, he was bearing his deepest pain in front of a room of strangers. And I can't even take off jacket. That's when they called me on stage. I stood up, and for the first time in years, I took off my jacket. Once again, all eyes on me. But this time, I wasn't hiding. And they weren't laughing. They weren't pointing. They just listened. This meeting changed my life. I stopped hiding. I started taking risks. And eventually, I met someone else that smiled at me. And this time, I smiled back. Today, we're married. She loves me, moles and all. I'm a bit trickier. Ladies and gentlemen, we all have jackets. We wear them because we're afraid. Afraid of being seen, afraid of being judged. But if we let ourselves be seen, we give permission to others to do the same. So what is your jacket? What are you hiding behind? Because whatever it is, maybe it's time to let it go.
Thank you, Hesmondjeet, for that empowering speech on letting go of your jacket. Now, yes, I do agree that it is tricky to remove your own jacket, but with a little bit of courage and some boost from the people you care dear most about, I'm sure you can live without the jacket yourself. Now, let's move on to our final prepared project speech of the day by Toastmaster Xin Jie. Your speech for today would be, "We judge too quickly." Alright, may I have Xin Jie's evaluator to read out project speech, please?
The purpose of the content was to practice using a story with a speech for the previous speech that this is thought of as complete activity.
Thank you. Are you ready? Alright. Toastmaster Xin Jie, we judge too quickly, we judge too quickly. Toastmaster Xin Jie. Floor is yours.
I prepared 3 graduation gifts, but I only gave out 2 of them. Not because I never met with that person, and definitely not because I forgot. The reason is simple. It's just because that I thought that person didn't like me. Back in primary school, we were in a friend group of 4. There were me, my first best friend, second best friend, and third best friend, which I will call her Lucy for now.
We were those kind of friends that would sit together, went to recess together, and gossip about everything and nothing. Sorry. To me, they're matter enough that before graduation, I carefully prepare a gift for each of them, only for them. One day, just before I was going to give up the gift, my first best friend, my closest best friend, she approached me. She pulled me aside, looked around, lowered her voice, and said, Shin, are you really going to give that gift to Lucy? Don't you know that she doesn't like us at all? I thought, because honestly, I really didn't feel that. I thought we were all groups. There were no arguments, no tensions, no drama between choice. We were a happy 4-5 time. At first, of course, I doubt that. But she continues, listing out examples. Don't you feel that Lucy always avoids us? When we went here, she stopped talking. When we tried to talk to her, she sounds impatient. And when she goes out, she always invites the second best friend. Not you, not me, never us. Why? Yeah, why? I start to doubt it. I was convinced. In just that few moments, I went from, what are you talking about? To, I should have noticed that. I believe her because she was my first best friend. She wouldn't harm me. And I admit that I judged too quickly. I didn't ask, I didn't clarify, I didn't even think twice. I didn't even think twice. So that day, I only gave out 2 of the gifts. As for the third gift, I changed my plan. I gave it to someone else. To this day, she was upset. If I didn't remember it wrongly, she was the one that didn't like me. So why would she do this? And why would I? For the first time, I heard the other side of the story. Back then, I was the class leader. I was the one collecting homework and pass the book to teachers. My classmate called me the teacher's pet. Because of that labor, I knew she didn't like me at all. She judged me. One day during recess, she went at her seat and I collected her book. But the problem is, the work wasn't finished. When she thought up, she was so frustrated. To her, I crossed the line. And it further proven that I sued the labor, the teacher's pet. But what she didn't know was, I realized the unfinished work. I completed it before I submitted it. She only realized that when the book was written. And that something changed. She wanted to know me better. She wanted to be my friends. And we did. Remember, we were in a friend group of 4 best friends. Unfortunately, I believe what my first best friend told me. She didn't want to be my friend. So, was she trying to approach me? I trying to pull away from her. In the end of the story, she didn't know I never hate her. And I always thought that she hates me. Just by that, we missed our chance. No argument, no confrontations, and all we left is silent assumption and distance. Now I'm in university. I still wonder, what if I give her the gift? Will we be friends today? But I guess I will never know. I don't regret not giving her the gift, but I do regret not asking her that simple question. Hey, are we okay? Is everything okay between us? We judge too quickly. Sometimes we lose someone not because of hatred, but because we believe something before we check whether it's true. We judge based on what we see, what we heard, and what others said. But we forgot to trust what we know and what we feel. And we forgot to understand before we judge. Not every story will give us a second chance. Just like Lucy and me, forever we never knew about the truth of the story. So next time, if you heard something about someone, ask, clarify it. And because what you believe is the truth might not be the truth that exists. Thank you.
Thank you, Xin, for your delightful speech. Indeed, it is true. Usually, there is always two sides of the coin. So you have to ensure yourself to check both sides. Now, before we move on to the table topics, we would like to vote for the best project speech of the day. May I ask everyone to take out their phones to go to Slido? Oh, yes. Hold on, yeah. Aimaan, okay too? Pimpinan dan kapal the short trip. Terror. Enough. No? Okay. Sorry guys, multi error just now. Okay. Back to topic at hand. Could I have everyone go to Slido, sli.do/UMTMC to vote for the best project speech of the day? Okay, I will give like 3 minutes, 5 minutes. One minute. Sorry, 1 minute. I'll give you guys 1 minute. Okay, has everyone voted? May I presume, has everyone voted? Anyone not voted can raise their hands? No? Voted? Voted? Okay, good.
Next, we may move on to our next session of the evening, table topics, which in this case is impromptu speech. Might I invite our table topic master of the evening, Ronald? Since it's your first time, you'll have an evaluator. May I ask Zhi Jun to read your project speech?
And this purpose of this project is for you to demonstrate your ability to listen on what others say. So basically, you will be introduced to a good pedagogic answer today. So we wanted to about this.
Thank you, Toastmaster Zhe Jun. Toastmaster Ronald, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Linisha. Yeah.
Linisha.
Sorry. Okay. As you guys know, I'm first time as the table topic master. And today I will torture you guys with my table topic. Really table, I will torture very baby. Okay, first I would like to know, as you guys, do you guys know the timer for the speech for the table topic? Oh, sure. So as you guys know, the limit for the table topic, which is 2 minutes, which is the red light at here. Can you show it? This is the red light, and the minimum, which is 1 minute, which is the green light, and in the middle of it, which is a warning for you, which is the yellow light. To like tell you, oh, you are done, near done for your impromptu speech. Okay. And second, I would like to know how much time do I have? Timer. How much time do I left for my wonderful stage? 12 minutes. Oh. Okay, don't worry. Don't worry. Okay. So today I will introduce 3 game mode. One is general, which is only limited to 1, because I want you guys to be the next category, which is creativity, which is what all the idea I scratch on it. And the most challenging one that I've ever thought of is the special category. Really hard, one topic only. Okay. So who want to volunteer? Who want to volunteer? Want to volunteer? Wow. Yeah, sure. May I know what to play? Shan Chien. Okay. What game mode would you like to choose?
Let's choose the special one.
Special one. You sure? You sure? You really sure? Don't regret it,
I hope I don't.
Okay. I put a disclaimer as here because I afraid that it's a bit sensitivity topic. If I didn't give the word correct I put a disclaimer here already. Okay. The table topic will be, what speech would you give to the first man who ever lived?
Wow, pretty fun.
Oh, the first man who ever lived. First man, because
Can you even understand me?
Huh?
Can you even understand my words?
assume you can. Assume you can. Okay, the stage is yours.
My name, title, my name.
What? Wait. Oh, the name. Sorry. Your stage is yours. What speech would you give to the first man who ever lived, Chien?
I need you to imagine we are standing in ancient times where the first person who lived exists. what will he be doing? Is he living in a cave? Is he fighting with the dinosaurs? Or is he trying to farm or hunt some cows? We never know. But let's assume he's alive today, standing right here. The speech I'm going to give him is about how we live today. And maybe I want to let him get inspired or experience what life can have, let's say, 4,000 years, 8,000 years later. We're from the future. To him, we are from the future. We're telling him a distant story that never happened to him. So what will I tell him? I'll tell him what humanity has gone through. We built tools. We built civilizations. We've gone step by step from wars to innovations to inventions until we reach here today at UMTMC, where someone like me can give a speech to my ancestor, the first man who ever lived. What will he feel? Will he feel inspired? Will he feel shocked? Or will he just think, hey, this is some story that I can just think when I hunt the next fish? But regardless, I believe that what I want to tell is the story of the start to the end as someone from the future. And I hope that even with a little, he can learn from it, get inspired from it, or maybe make a little butterfly effect that motivates the rest of our generation. And I'm going to say some last word before the light turns green. Speaking for someone from the past is really hypothetical. We never really get to experience it. But if we get to do it, it's really meaningful because it's not just the person listening, it's also ourselves expressing what we have gone through as a civilization and humanity. Thank you.
Very great job. Because I asked my family, he couldn't answer my question. He like, oh, he like stuck of the mind. And oh,
Very special.
yes, really special. That's what I thought. And for your evaluation, I think it's really special on my heart. I think your point is so good. And wow. And for the next second speaker, who would like to be? Who want to volunteer? Sure, you have.
Hey.
Okay, so the special one don't have already.
Okay, thank God.
Okay, now general and creativity. Creativity, yeah.
Yeah, let's just use creative.
Creativity. I think the time is not enough, right? Then I think.
Huh? Oh, so I can talk whatever I want.
Wait. Okay. Your topic will be tell everyone this mystery.
What's to start?
You think it out, I can demonstrate it. This not this only. Okay, so your table topic will be sell everyone this biscuit.
Oh, so it's not mystery anymore.
You open it and then I show you so everyone know what it is.
Okay.
So okay, sell everyone this biscuit. You have your stage is yours.
Sell me this pen. Similar question, right? So in that particular movie that I told earlier, the Sell Me the Pen one, apparently it's supposed the message it was to sell things that only the people want. If you want to sell someone a pen, the person needs to write. If you don't give a person the stove, how can he cook? Okay. So
supposedly it was to be a mystery gift like a gacha thing, but now it is already exposed in the public. So I guess who's hungry? Oh, okay. Then I'm selling this to you, lah. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, it's obvious. Like since it's a food, I have to sell it to those who wants it. So if, for example, for example, Zhen, you already eat dinner, right?
Yes.
Do you want this?
Mm.
No,
I
right?
could say I had a higher price.
Ah, okay. So it's all about demand and supply. If the customer doesn't want that particular product, no matter how you want to sell it, it doesn't work. Yeah. But however, if this was a mystery gift, I can save $1 for mystery gift. Then it becomes a different topic. Now it becomes a topic of gambling. What?
Is there any legal signing?
Apparently no. Unfortunately.
Maybe.
Oh, there's a maybe. Yeah. Mystery means anything can happen. Yeah. So yeah, I guess that's it lah. That's all for my impromptu speech. Yeah. Thank you.
So how can you cook?
Okay, thank you, Yuhang, for sharing. And I will highly recommend you guys to eat this biscuit because I really think it's very tasty. Yeah, later I will share with you guys too. Okay. So for the next topic will be for the next speaker, who would like to be? Okay, Ying Si. Ying Si. Okay, which game mode would you like to want? Would you pick
Creative one,
creative one?
but not too hard.
Not too hard. You want very scenario type of like that? Or
You choose that.
I choose okay. The topic will be escape a real life mental asylum.
Oh, mental asylum.
Mental asylum.
Mental side. Oh, okay.
Yes, Ying Si. Okay. Escape a real life mental asylum. Ying Si. Your state, yeah.
Thank you. So, escape from the mental hospital, I would say that would be more easy for me. So, actually, in this life, we couldn't say that everyone has mental problem. Just that our mental situation is different. As what we have said before, university, right? Everyone is different. Sometimes you meet someone that match with your ability, but sometimes not. So I would like to share about a story that during my assignment as well. I wouldn't say that my teammate is mental problem, but just for me to escape from SEM 1 to SEM 2. So during my SEM 1, I have a group with my friends, like one is my roommate and another one is my roommate friends. So since she was my roommate, I cannot like argue with her. Because I'm the one who is very well planning, I will set the timeline as well, just like Sheng, sorry, so sorry for that. So and they always delay for that. So I really frustrated about that. Want to truncate them. And eventually I need to help them to do all those PowerPoint because their things is not as expected. I wouldn't say mental problem. Okay, so that leads me to the mental problem. So it's not escaping, I'm stepping inside. Yeah, so it's quite frustrating until the next
next sem, I went to sem 2 and then I know someone who is great in finding team members that is more reliable and less mental problem. That's why I think I already escaped from that, and I hope everyone can also escape from that. Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you. Oh, thank you. I totally agree with you. Yeah. My goldfish brain. I totally agree with you because I think you redefine the mental asylum very greatly. I think it's perfect. And I also go into mental asylum like that time too. I also get what the yeah, I also get scared of it. Huh? Last one. Okay, last one. Okay. Who would like to be no more. One more. Is it okay? One more. Who would like to be? Who would like to volunteer?
Yeah, basically. I'm just the general one.
General one. Okay.
Everyone general.
General one. Okay. Do you guys know who it is? Do you guys know who it is? Okay. Okay. If you become tuk 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 sahur, what do you do? More slowly. You can assume one. Big deal, here's your picture. Okay. If you become tuk 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 sahur, what will you do?
Yes.
Okay. Next is yours.
What a creative topic I have. Although you say it's general one. So it has a big eyes. Tung sahur. Okay, it has a bat. If I look like if I was him, I'll probably go and play a big cricket because he got a bat and he got a big eye, so you can see it can look at the ball more precisely. Yeah. And if I play a big cricket, I can also run more faster because it has a long leg. Yeah. What else? Also recommend myself to play baseball as well because it's quite high compared to me. Yeah. So I think I would prefer to have this height but without this appearance. So let's conclude my speech. I hope.
Wow. You guys know this, right? Yeah. This meme. I really like for this one, right? And for this topic, right? I make it so wildly that my brain is like brain rotting already. Like my ears. That's why I come up with this idea. And then I like Shen point is like, wow, he described the facial expression of this funky face. I also wouldn't be like it. Okay. So that's all from me, my table topic session.
It's a lovely table topic session, right? Lots of tools for lots of tricks and lots of topics. Very unique ones for the first time. Now, before we head on, we are going to vote for best table topic speaker again. So if I may ask, could everyone, like just now, open Slido website for UMTMC, which is sli.do/UMTMC. I'll give you guys a minute to vote. Guys, can I assume that everyone has voted? Anyone still voting? No? All right. That's it for the voting session. Welcome back, everybody. Everyone seated? Everyone had a good time? Break was good? Great. All right. Now, we are done with 2 sections of our meeting of the pie. Project speeches, impromptu speeches done. Now is for the evaluations. Those who spoke today are now going to be evaluated. Usually there will be a general evaluator, but unfortunately, the general evaluator today could not make it. So instead, we'll be doing things differently. But first, due to no general evaluator, I will be leading the evaluation session. So first things first, I would like to call up with our first speaker's evaluator, Zhe Xi.
I'll be evaluating your Sheng for his first ice-breaking speech in UMTMC. So I will talk about the things that I like in your speech, you excel at the part, and also the things that you might want to work on. So firstly, I would like to congratulate you on finishing your ice-breaking speech, and I think it's really great for your first speech. And about your speech title, University, I believe your content in your speech is very well around the title. And also about the technical part, I like when you don't use any filler words. When you're doing your speech, you will, whenever you want to think of the next word, rather than using filler words, you just pause. So you pause and then you think. And I think that's a good trait. Because normally when people are giving their first speech, they will tend to do like things like this, because the filler words like don't count in. So I think about the pause, they are very good because they give you the time to think and process what you want to speak out next. And then another thing that I like in your speech is that you have a great audience engagement. For example, you ask them questions like, do you like to watch short reels in your life? And also the 1 million versus the guaranteed Xinhua University. Yeah. So about the question, I could see that the audience are really listening to your speech, and also they will raise their hand whenever you ask the question. So the audience engagement is really good. And I would encourage you to do so in your future speeches also. Ask more questions like you can start your speech with a question so that the audience would literally just focus at you while you are doing the speech. So I would like to mention about some things that you may want to work on in your future speeches. One is that the eye contact for the audience. Certainly you are noting like your eye is always around there. And I noticed that your eye contact with audience on your right side is okay. But for left side, there's a bit like you are focusing on here. So I would say maybe you would like to switch your eye contact all around so that your audience could feel that you are talking to them. You are sharing your experience with them. And another one is that you might want to use the stage fully because you are just standing here giving your speech and it's quite stagnant. You are just standing here. Maybe you would like to like ask as other speakers do. You could like move here, move there, be more relaxed, and just because I believe it's your first speech, maybe you are quite nervous and you will just stand here, yeah. But this might you could challenge yourself to do this, like be relaxed a bit more and just use the stage. Like for example, when you are talking about your preparation before for the assignment and also about your conference, between these two stages of your story, you could switch the sides when you're doing your speech so that the audience also would not be that bored to look at you because you are just standing here. Okay, so to conclude my evaluation on your first speech, there are two things that I like on your speech. One is that your good pause and you didn't use quite any like zero filler words for me. And the second one is you ask questions, so your audience engagement is very good. And two things to work on is one is eye contact for all the audience, and second one is to use the stage fully. And congrats again for your first speech. So I would say that's a really good job. So you would like to, I encourage you to give more speeches in the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Zhe Xi. Next, we shall move on to our second speech evaluator, Zhen, Toastmaster Zhen.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the evening. Now, Hesmond, I love your speech. I love the structure of it, and I love how you presented it, the way that you presented it, and the style of something special about you, and how do you deliver it with your body gesture and also your vocal variety going up and going down with good pauses throughout the whole thing. Now, because I'll say your speech is a very good quality speech, and today let us dive a little deeper inside and see it as a contest speech. I'll say let's focus more. We say for the good parts. It's a good use of props, and it's a very strong call to action because it's a physical thing, a jacket that can be seen to be thrown up. We are making something mental, physical. We are showing something that you can do it too, like how I do it. That's one thing. Another thing is the execution of that person is there facing his insecurities on the stage. And I'm here, I couldn't even take off my jacket. That is a very strong execution. Even I couldn't demonstrate it. That was a really good one. Everyone, give him a round of applause. Now, let's dive to the areas of improvement that I like to suggest. The first one is the meaning of the jacket. Well, you did show the example. You're saying that the jacket hides your moles, hides your sweat, and it hides your insecurities. And I'll say there is a little mismatch on the moles because you did mention it once, if I remember correctly. It doesn't really match at the very end. You say it's mostly about the sweat under the armpit, less about covering the mole. And to add on to that, my suggestion to it is to perhaps mention the shape of it. Because the jacket that I'm wearing is like a blazer, it adds to the shape. It could be something like, hey, I don't want to show all this. I want to show this. The shape, cover, everything. I want to show the best confidence of myself. I want to show what I want to be seen. That is one suggestion. And I'll say that jacket is very interesting because for this structure, to add on to it, is to put it back to the very, very start when you talk about the mirror. I think that might be a missed opportunity because you're talking about when you're looking in the mirror, you say, sometimes I feel insecurity. Will you guys feel insecure about it at all? Perhaps at the very, very end, you could be looking back to the mirror. It could come to a realization that says, well, jackets hides everything physical and never mental. Looking into the mirror, I can see my appearance, but I can also see me who did not let myself live with my insecurities. It could be. Or it could be something that develops back to the mirror. If you do not plan to make the mirror from the front to the end as an anchor, then I think it will not be that relevant to your speech because it is close to the time as well. That mirror, perhaps it's underutilized, perhaps something we can look into. And the second thing I like to think about is the time, especially the time because, well, in speech contests, time is very, very tight. If you get disqualified after the grace periods of 30 seconds, you got disqualified anyhow, and you don't even know it's you. For that one, I'll say that you use a lot of jokes. It hit really well. There's one, thank you. There's one in particular. Talking about the hot weather. Hot weather, they say sunny in Malaysia means it's melting. Yes, it is. It elevates the emotions. It doesn't add much to the story. So if you're talking about time consideration, then that could be shaped down to be a more direct speech to it. I'm looking forward to your next speech and how would you utilize them so well. Looking forward to learn more from you, and I'll pass back to Linisha.
What a lovely evaluation. Let's move on to the third evaluator of the evening, Toastmaster Aimaan. Toastmaster Aimaan.
Hello, Chien. Your speech title was "We Judge Too Quickly." I like to say that I judge this way too slowly. It took me a long time to form a very coherent evaluation, which is a good thing. Good for you, bad for me. I like to say that your story, oh yeah, by the way, congrats to achieving your purpose statement. You will have to tell a story. You did tell a story. Congratulations. Anyways, your story is really captivating and really engaging. You talked about how you and your friend Lucy, how you thought she hated you. And that was really captivating, really engaging. I think, do you guys like the story? Do you guys love the story?
Yes.
Exactly. I think it's safe to say that it's a really engaging story. Everyone loved it, everyone paid attention to it. So well done. Really amazing story. It also, your tone and your gestures, the way you moved around the stage, the way you use your hand, the way your voice even went up and down. All it does is to serve the story, complements it even more. It's like your story is a cake, and your icing is your tone and your gestures. And you manage to have a really strong sense of flavor while still not diluting it. Doesn't overpower. Your just tone doesn't overpower the story. So good job. Really nice balance. One thing I was sitting from there, and sometimes I couldn't really hear what words you're saying. Like sometimes your clarity was a bit off. I couldn't really make out what you were saying. I don't know if it's just me. I think I might be losing my sense of hearing. But I think that you could improve a bit on your vocal clarity, as well as sometimes in your story, you could try to make the transition between time periods smoother. You're talking about how you were a group of friends inside primary school, and then you moved to secondary school. Then you went to university. You went back to primary school. You went back to secondary school, and you went to university. There is a clear timeline of events. You could try to make it a bit more smoother, although that is more of a nitpick territory. To end things on a good note, your eye contact as well. It was really good. Exemplary even. You maintain eye contact with the audience. Of course, we all engage with your story, and your eye contact does help to serve the purpose. Overall, I love your engaging and captivating story. Your friend, I think I'll say, is a very tricky person. Hi, Grammarian. Your tone and your gestures help to complement your speech. You maintain eye contact with the audience. You could work on your vocal clarity as well as having a smoother transition between the time periods of the story. That's all for me, and thank you. Back to you, Toastmaster.
Sorry, Jeremy lost a bit. Thank you, Aimaan. All right, let's move on to thank you, Toastmaster Aimaan, sorry. Let's move on to our table topics evaluator of the evening, Toastmaster Harshini. Whoa. Oh!
Thank you. Hopefully I make it in time. All right. So, our first table topic speaker, Toastmaster Chen. What speech will you give to the first man who ever lived? Now, what I really love about your speech was that you began by engaging with the audience. Immediately you asked, imagine what the first man will be doing. Will he be herding cows? Will he be fighting with dinosaurs? You made the audience visualize what is the first man doing. Next, throughout your speech, you had consistent pacing. When you mentioned several things, you took a moment to pause. When you were asking rhetorical questions, you paused again. You ensured every single word embedded into the audience's mind throughout your speech. A room for improvement? Throughout the speech, you were static in one place. Now, I understand it is quite hard for you to utilize the stage, especially during impromptu speaking. However, in your speech, you frequently went back to mentioning the past and the present. With a moment of timeline, you could utilize it by having purposeful stage movement when you're shifting from the past to the present. Overall, you had great audience engagement, you had consistent pacing throughout the speech, room for improvement, you can use the stage to move around highlighting timelines. Now, the next table topic speaker, Toastmaster Yu Hang. Sell everyone this biscuit. You became a marketing person on the stage. I first love how you started with phrases of wisdom as per in marketing terms on how would you sell the biscuit, especially when you mentioned if you don't have stove, then how to cook. Immediately, the audience became customers. They are visualizing, oh, how to cook. So you're captivating them with phrases like this. And your content itself, you were told to market that biscuit, and in your speech, you definitely did that. Not only did you give tips of marketing the biscuit, you also engaged with the audience as they are the sellers in this scenario. Once again, a room for improvement. You too were static throughout the speech. You were holding the biscuit, great use of props, and you were showing it around. Now, in this case of addressing the customers, you can move around showing the biscuit from this side to this side of the crowd, highlighting that this is what I'm selling. Buy it, not my iPad, the biscuit in this scenario. Overall, great intro. You opened it with phrases of wisdom in a marketing sense. Your content touched on marketing and hopefully ensured that people do buy the biscuit at the end. Suggestion, you too move around, use the prompt, show it as in a marketing purpose as for the speech. Next, Toastmaster Ying Si. Escape a real-life mental asylum. Now, your speech was humorous throughout the speech. And I liked how you related with your audience by mentioning university, bringing in the sense that mental asylum or hospital equals university. Immediately, you interjected humor into it and caused the audience to relate to it. And I like your attention to detail from the beginning of the meeting, as during the speech, you referenced to Sheng's speech in the beginning. That shows your attention to detail and how you can relate that content that everyone knew beforehand into your speech. That's very smart. Improvement, suggestions of improvement will be that your speech, throughout the speech, you were just going on. In this case, I would suggest that after every sentence, take a moment to pause. Why? Well, so that the audience can actually intake and think of what you are delivering. Your speech has jokes throughout it, and jokes need a moment to digest and for people to understand. So by incorporating pauses, especially when you're asking questions, the audience can relate more to the speech. Overall, your speech was humorous, You had great attention to detail before the speech itself and referenced it back. A suggestion for improvement? Try to add pauses in between, especially after the end of the sentence, so that audience gets more time to digest what were you speaking. Last but not least, Toastmaster Sheng. If you become tung 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 sahu, what would you do? I'd like to ask you this question. Did you know before the speech what is tung 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 sahu? All right. In that case, let me amend my evaluation a bit. I like how you use the picture of tung 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 sahur to aid your speech. Even though you were not clear on what it is, you still went on with the speech. You touched on the description of figure of tung 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 sahur and made it your main content. I love that. And also, you had humor injected towards the end, making it more relatable with the audience by saying, I will like this height, just not the appearance. Which, even though you were not familiar with the topic, made it familiar with the audience as well. As I know, even the audience were not familiar with it. Room for improvement, since most audience are not familiar with it, you yourself, you can actually use the tung 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 sabu character to just show it around so that people know what appearance, what are you talking about more, to aid your speech more animative, more humorous, so that people can more learn about what is this creature about. Overall, you used the prop very well, even if you do not know the topic. It was humorous, relatable, and improvement. You can just show the paper around to aid in your speech, making it more animated. That's all from me. Thank you.
To be able to fit 4 evaluations to 4 to 6 minutes is such something to congratulate on. Congrats to you, Akka. Toastmaster Harshini. So, evaluations are over. So, we're going to vote for with 30. Oh, Zhi Jun. Forgive me. Before I go on to the end, I would like to call out Toastmaster Zhi Jun for her evaluation on Ronald. Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster.
Hi, Ronald. Kudos for your joyful table topic master role for today. So I would like to share 3 goods and 3 reminders, one suggestion for you to make yourself on the table topic master role to a higher level in future. First good. As the table topic master, you're in charge of preparing the topics before come to the meeting. I like your interesting topics. The topics are tricky and very unusual, which fulfill the theme. A little tomfoolery, which is more to the April Fool one. And I see that many of us, especially the speakers, are very stunned to receive the topic. Yeah, so it fulfills the theme. And second, so speaking of the theme today, you warm up the atmosphere also by being a tricky or being the unusual one to encourage us, to attract us to listen, focus on you, and perhaps on taking the topics also. And third, what I feel surprised is you ask the timing, you confirm with the timer about your timing so that you can allocate the time. And also you show us the time allocation for the speakers, especially for those who first time know about what is the topic. 3 reminders. Why I say reminders? Because perhaps sometimes you do, sometimes you might forget. First, when you introduce the topic, when you introduce the topic, the speaker know the topic already. Remember, like the name, title, name. For example, like Ronald, ABC, Ronald. And then the stage itself. And second, you introduce the timing, but you also, since I believe that there's also the person new to the table topics, even though all are experienced, you also just assume that everyone don't know what is the topic, then and introduce how the topic works. It's like you come to the stage and then you draw the topic or anything. Introduce how you will do for the topic. And third, just to improve your active listening skills. Yeah, you can relate to what the speaker says, can summarize for example, what Ying Si said about the mental hospital. I think you forgot or you did not do for the first speaker, Shan, but you do this starting from the third speaker, Ying Si, and onwards. One suggestion. We might don't know what is like the dong 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 saho or what. Maybe I'm too old to know this. So if you are introducing like the very unusual topic, perhaps you can, if the speaker asks, you can introduce to us what is the mean or something. If the speaker know, then it's okay. Or not, you prepare very unusual and tricky topics and warm up the atmosphere and ask for the timing. And then remember about the name, title name. And also perhaps explain some unusual terms if you are good. And yeah, you can wrap up on what the speaker say after a speaker talks about the topic, so that you show your attention that while you listen what the speaker. For example, you say about the mental hospital, about assignment. Yeah, you can wrap up a bit and then perhaps give me some thoughts. Yeah, and that's all for me. And congratulations for back to the.
Thank you, Toastmaster Zhi Jun. Okay, now we're done with evaluations. All right, since evaluations are done, we are gonna vote for best evaluator of the evening. Okay, the same thing as just now. Take out your phones, ladies and gentlemen. Head over to Slido on the website of sli.do/UMTMC. I'll give you a minute to vote. Huh? Poll is locked.
Sorry.
Oh, okay.
You can either refresh or continue on. Okay, guys, I shall presume everyone has voted. Yes. All right. What? Voting is done. So since voting is over, we shall move on to my helpers of the evening, the tag team. So we're gonna start off with our grammarian's report. Xin Jie, what did you hear? The stage is yours.
Good evening, everyone. So I'll be starting with the grammarian block. So firstly, I'll list out those who use the word of the day, which is tricky. So our Toastmaster of the evening used it for 4 times, Linisha, whereas Harshini used it 1 time, Linisha 4 times, sorry, let me repeat that. Sheng used it for 1 time as well, and for myself, I use it for 2 times, including now, and Aimaan used it 1 time. Yes, all right, can we move on? All right, so here are just a few suggestions to improper grammatical uses that I think maybe might be the slip of the tongue as well. All right, so firstly for Sheng, for I find out, because it was in past tense, you should use I found out. And for complete different from me, I think maybe you were too quick, but I would recommend you to use completely different from me. And for Hesmondjeet, just a very small or quick mistake as well, ourselves to ourselves. Whereas for Shin, two of the gifts with an S. And to further prove that, I think you can use to prove that further. And for what if I give her the gift, since it was in the past tense, I think what if I had given her the gift? And for Yuhang, those who wants it to those who want it. And another one is supposedly. I think it's also in the past tense, so in that context, it was supposedly. And last but not least, for Ying Si, we couldn't say that, and it should be we can't say that. And for well planning, you should say I'm a planner or
I'm an organized person. All right, next, for least quotes, thoughts, words, or sayings that I liked. From Sheng, I've recorded two. Firstly, university comes from two words. University came from two words, unity and diversity. And another one, true leadership isn't asking people to be more like me, but harmonizing voices to complete a picture. And for Hesmond, first quote is, once again, all eyes were on me, but this time I wasn't hiding. And another one is, eventually I met someone who smiled at me and I smiled back. For Xin Jie, the first quote that I liked was, sometimes we believe someone not because of hatred, but we believe others too quickly and don't trust ourselves. And the second quote that I liked was, what you believe is the truth might not be the truth that exists. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Xin Jie. Next will be the counters report by Toastmaster Yuen. Toastmaster Yuen, the stage is yours.
All right, thank you, Toastmaster Linisha. Now I'm going to present my counter report. Okay, first, let's congrats Toastmaster Harshini for not using any filler word. All right, and throughout this meeting, we have 4 9 7 13 so 8 like 7 but, and others repeat words like and, I also, the, really, and when. And our grand total cost filler for this meeting is 79. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you. Thank you.
Alright, thank you, Toastmaster Yuen. Now let's head on to our timers report, the most crucial one of the day. Toastmaster Yamuna, stage yours. Use the time yourself also, darling. Toastmaster Yamuna.
So, first of all, congratulations to all the speakers and evaluators. So for the time, I'll start with table topics. Everyone was on time. No one was over time. And then for prepared speeches, Toastmaster Xin Jie was over time for 1 minute and 9 seconds. The other Toastmaster Sheng and Toastmaster Hesmondjeet was on time. And then for evaluations, there was only one Toastmasters who remained within the time frame. Congratulations, Toastmaster Aimaan. Toastmasters Zhi was over time by 20 seconds. Toastmaster Zhi Jun was over time for 38 seconds. Toastmaster Harshini was over time for 17 seconds. And Toastmaster Zhi Jun was over time for 39 seconds. So that, and for Grammarian, Toastmaster Xin Jie, did I get it right? Was within time, within time. Congratulations. And for the R counter, Toastmaster Yuen, right? You were over time, you were under time actually, not over time. So yeah, and for me, that's all. That's concluded. And I was within the time. Okay.
Thank you, Toastmaster Yamuna. Thank you, tag team, for being such great people today for role players. Can I get a hand for the role players? Right, now, like every Toastmaster meeting, we have award ceremony. Can I get an applause? Everyone did great, I'm sure, but the people have spoken. We have best evaluator, best speaker, and best table topic speaker as well. So first, I would like to present the best speaker award. Can I get some drum roll, please? 1, 2, 3. Best speaker, Hesmondjeet. Oh! Yeah, you're confused.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ready, 1, 2, 3. Very well. 1, 2, 3. Peace.
Okay, congratulations. Alright, next will be our best table topic speaker of the evening. Some drum roll, please. 1, 2, 3, Sachin!
Okay, ready, 1, 2, 3. Ready, 1, 2, 3. Okay, sweet.
Is that nice?
Yes.
Alright, thank you, Toastmaster Shan Chien. Now, drum roll please for the best evaluator of the evening. 1, 2, 3. Toastmaster Cheezer. Okay,
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Nice.
Alright, nice.
Survive? Okay, survive. Good, good, good.
Alright, thank you guys for the evening. I am Toastmaster Linisha. Thank you for this.
Alright, so first and foremost, I would like to thank our guests, our members, and each and every one of you, speakers, role players, evaluators, because without every single one of you, this meeting will not be this meeting. So for that, I would like to thank everyone, and a special thanks to Toastmaster Hesmondjeet and coming for our meeting tonight. And from myself and also the club, we would like to sincerely congratulate you and wish you good luck for the contest, or your upcoming contest as well. Now, we are on time. Yep, we are on time. Okay, so before we end the meeting, first I would like to open up the stage for any airtime. Me? Huh? It's good. He's doing marketing in real time. Please take his research. Thank you so much.
You want it's good.
It's okay. Later. You can do it after the meeting. Don't worry. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Yes, Toastmaster Zhi Jun.
So hi everyone, it's me again. I'm Zhi Jun. So on behalf of immediate past president role, I will be conducting the annual general meeting and also the club officer election. So today is we start the voting on 1st April, and then the due date is on 23rd April. And for now, our voting rate is 28.5714%. And yeah, it's considered a good or bad, I'm not sure, but hope that the number won't start at here until 23. If you have like face difficulty on don't know who is the person or who are the person, don't worry. We will share out the list of the members to know that who will be the person. So yeah.
Is this nomination?
Yes,
So
it's for the nomination.
So 38% is?
28.5714% is the person who have voted. Who have done the nomination.
Oh, who have done the nomination?
Yes, 28% for now. So hope this number will start at here until 33rd. And if you have the face difficulty on who is the person or who are the person, you want to vote but don't know who to vote, no worries. We will share out the list of members to know that who is the person, and then who is this person, who is this person, and who is the person. So it will be more convenient for you to make the voting process. So remember to cast your vote latest by 23rd April. And remember to attend whether do you want to be the club officer or what? As a responsibility of a member, remember to attend the annual general meeting on 4th May, 8 p.m. online, as we need at least half of the members, half of the attenders in order to proceed with the AGM. Yeah, we need at least half. Yeah, so that's it. And back to you.
All right. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Zhi Jun. And yes, a gentle reminder to Toastmaster members, we are a democratic club. Every vote matters. Make sure to cast your nomination vote. And if you have any question, you can feel free to reach out Toastmaster Zhi Jun and Toastmaster Jay. And if you'd like to know about which positions are you nominating people for, feel free to reach out them and current club officers as well to know more about the position in itself. And with that, I will officially end this. Wait, sorry. Okay, before we end, we'll just like to say that on the 20th of April will be Toastmasters Club's 19th anniversary meeting plus dinner. So for Toastmaster members, we will highly welcome all of you to join our meeting dinner. We have a lot of things planned that are fun, and also there's dinner. Yes. And I would like to remind that for the dinner, we are having a door fee of 5 ringgit, regardless of for everyone. So we will release the RSVP form later. And feel free to RSVP for our meeting, and we hope to see all of you there. With that, I will officially end tonight's meeting and hope to see you soon in upcoming meetings. Thank you and have a good night.
The